Hi everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I'll be completing the next 4 questions, that is from question number 17 to 20 of mathematical induction problems. I hope you understood all the problems well. Just like the previous one, only 3 steps we have to use to complete this problem. N is equal to 1, n is equal to k and n is equal to k plus 1. And we have to prove that it is true for all the natural numbers. So mathematical induction problems come for 3 marks. Kindly practice it daily. Now let us start the session. Let us move on to the 17th question of exercise 4.1. So here the question, first we have to equate it to P of n. So let us take the whole statement as P of n. So I have written the question already, that is P of n is equal to 1 by 3 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 7 by 1 by 7 into 9 up to 1 by 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 3 is equal to n by 3 into 2n plus 3. So the whole equation you have to equate it to P of n. This is the starting method we have to do. Next is the first step. In the first step you have to take for n is equal to 1. That is, in the place of n we have to substitute 1 for that. So if we substitute that, we have, in the first case, P of n will become P of 1. Instead of whole series, you can take the last term of the series, that is 1 by 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 3. So in the place of n, you have to substitute 1. So 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1 into 2 into 1 plus 3. So 1 by 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 3 is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 into 2 plus 3 is 5. So 1 by 3 5s are 15. So this is the LHS part of it. So LHS is 1 by 15. So let us take the RHS part. RHS part is n by 3 into 2n plus 3. So we have to substitute 1 in the place of n. So 1 by 3 into 2 into 1 plus 3 is equal to 1 by 3 into 2 plus 3. So 1 by 3 into, so 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 3s are 15. So RHS is also equal to 1 by 15. So by this we know that LHS is equal to RHS, both are equal to 1 by 15. Therefore, we can clearly say that which is true for n is equal to 1. So for n is equal to 1, so this method or the statement is true for n is equal to 1. Let us continue the question in the next slide. Let us continue the 17th question. So first method, that is for n is equal to 1, we have proved it as true. In the second case, we have to take let P of k be true for some positive integer, for some positive integer k. So for that equation, wherever n is there, in that place we have to substitute k for that. So P of k is equal to 1 by 3 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 9 plus etc. plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 is equal to k by 3 into 2k plus 3. So this is the equation we get when we substitute k in the place of n. So let this be equation number 1. So in the third step, we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is also true. Okay. So that is, we shall now prove that P of k plus 1 is true. So if we need to prove this equation as true, we have to consider the previous equation one more time. So in the place of k, we have to include k here, k plus 1. Okay. So before doing this, we have to keep it in mind, when k plus 1, that is the consecutive number comes, before k plus 1, the previous term will be k itself. So we have to write up to here, and after that we have to include this k plus 1. So first is 1 by 3 into 5, that is the whole series we need to write it. 1 by 5 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 9 plus etc. up to 1 by, so this equation we have to write. Before including k plus 1, we have to write the k term, that is 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. So let this be arranged as a group. Up to here, up to this series we have to arrange it as a group. Later we have to include this k plus 1 part also, that is 1 by 2 into k plus 1 plus 1. In the place of k you have to include k plus 1. So next is 2 into k plus 1 plus 3. Okay. So we know that from equation 1 this whole series is equal to this part. So instead of this whole series we can write only this equation. So this will become k by 3 into 2k plus 3 plus 1 by, here we can multiply 2 with k plus 1. So it will become 2k plus 2 plus 1 as it is, and here also 2k plus 2 plus 3. So this will become k into 3 into 2k plus 3 plus 1 by, here this will become 2k plus 2 plus 1 is 3, and another one is 2k plus 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so let us continue in the next slide. Let us continue the 17th question. So here this was the last line, k by 3 into 2k plus 3 plus 1 by 2k plus 3 into 2k plus 5. You can see here 1 by 2k plus 3 and 1 by 2k plus 3 is common in both the terms. So we can take 1 by 2k plus 3 as common. So when I take 1 by 2k plus 3 common, here in the first term k by 3 will be remaining, plus here if I take 1 by 2k plus 3 common, here 1 by 2k plus 5 will be remaining. So 2k plus 5. So after this we have to take LCM for this part. So 1 by 2k plus 3. So here the LCM is the whole thing, that is 3 into 2k plus 5 is LCM. So when I take 3 into 2k plus 5 LCM, when I consider this term, here 3 get cancels, so these two get multiplied. So k into 2k plus 5. In the next term, 2k plus 5 and 2k plus 5 get cancels, so remaining will be 3 into 1, 3. So here it will become 1 by 2k plus 3 into, so 2k into k is 2k square plus k into 5 is 5k plus 3. So here you can write as it is 3 into 2k plus 5. So here in the numerator you have to split the middle term. So 1 by 2k plus 3. So we have to split the middle term in that form that if we multiply the middle term, that is the two splitted terms, then by multiplying it you have to get the multiplication of these two extreme terms. That is 3 2s are 6. So 3 into 2k square is 3 2, that is 6k square. And the middle term, when we add or subtract the middle term, it should be 5k. Okay, so I'll be taking 2k plus 3k. So instead of this 5k, I will be taking 2k plus 3k, and plus 3 we have to write as it is. So denominator is 3 into 2k plus 5. So here 2k plus 3k is 5k, 2k into 3k is 6k square. So next we have to take the common term. So up to here, that is from two terms, 2k square plus 2k, the common term is 2k itself. So when I take 2k common, here 1k is remaining, here 1 will be remaining. Plus here in these two terms, the common term is 3, so remaining will be k plus 1. So 3 into 2k plus 5. So next is 1 by 2k plus 3 into, here the common term is k plus 1, So k plus 1 is the common term here. Remaining is 2k plus 3. 2k plus 3. Divide by 3 into 2k plus 5. So here this is multiplication. So this 2k plus 3, 2k plus 3 get cancels. Remaining we get k plus 1 whole divided by 3 into 2k plus 5. Now we have to make some changes so that it has to prove that is p of k plus 1 is also true. Okay. So k plus 1 write as it is, because we have to prove p of k plus 1 is true. So k plus 1 we have to include as it is. Next is 3 into 2 into, in the place of k we can take k plus 1 plus instead of 5 we can take 3. Why? Because so if you solve this 2 into k plus 1 plus 3, because I have just arranged this 2k plus 5 in the form of this. Okay. So 2 into k is 2k plus 2 into 1 is 2 plus 3 as it is. It will become 2k plus 2 plus 3 is 5. So 2k plus 5 can be written in the form of 2 into k plus 1 plus 3. So this is equation 2. Let us recall equation 1. So equation 1 is p of k 1 by 3 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 9 plus etc. up to 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 is equal to k by 3 into 2k plus 3. So this is equation 1. So when we compare equation 1 and 2, see here k, instead of k it is k plus 1. So 3 into is there. So 2k has become 2 into k plus 1 plus 3. So equation 1 and 2 are similar. So by this we can conclude that thus p of k plus 1 is true. So this is p of k plus 1. Okay. So p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. So if this is considered as true, then this is also true. So this is the method of doing mathematical induction problem. If one is true, if we have solved one as true, then the other will also be consecutively true. Okay. Whenever p of k is true. So let us write the conclusion part. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, by the principle of mathematical induction, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement p of n is true for all natural numbers that is n. I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the 18th question. So here the question is a little bit different. That is equal to is not given. After the series they have given less than symbol. Okay. So but the method of doing the problem is as usual the same thing as the previous problem. So first we have to take p of n. So a statement p of n, the whole series with the equation should have to be equated to p of n. So p of n is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n, which is less than. So this n is less than 1 by 8 2n plus 1 whole square. Okay. So the next step is as usual we have to take for n is equal to 1. We have, so here p of 1 in the place of n we have to take 1 here. The whole series will goes on same. In the place of n we have to take 1 here. Next here the symbol is less than, so less than 1 is less than. So this equation, that is the RHS, 1 by 8 into 2 into 1 plus 1 whole square. Okay. So 1 less than 1 by 8, here it will become 2 ones are 2 plus 1 whole square. So that is equal to 1 less than 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 square is 9, that is 9 by 8. So 9 by 8 is definitely greater than 1, because here if you divided 8 ones are 8, point will come. So it is greater than 1. Okay. So you can do it here. So if you divide So 8 ones are 8, 1. So point. So 8 ones are 8, 2. Again point is there. So 8 twos are 16. It is definitely, and it is 0.085 are 40. Okay. So 1 is less than 1.125. So which is true, right? So we can write it as which is true. So this LHS is definitely less than this RHS, so which is true. Next, the same way we have to take the second method, that is let P of K be true for some positive integer K. So that is here. So we have to take P of K in the place of N. So it will become P of K. So P of K is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. up to in the place of N we have to take K here, which will be less than 1 by 8 2K plus 1 whole square. So let this equation be equation number, equation number 1. Up to here, I hope you understood this. Let us continue in the next slide. Let us continue the 18th question. So here equation 1 I have written one more time. Next we have to prove that P of K plus 1 is also true whenever P of K is true. So we have to include this same equation one more time by taking K plus 1 as a consecutive number. Okay. So the equation will become 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. up to K. Next K plus 1, because this will be the consecutive term. Okay. In the same way we have to take in the RHS also 2K plus 1 whole square. Again a K plus 1 will come. This will be a consecutive term. Okay. So up to here I will not be taking it because we have to conclude the equation for this. So from here we have to take. So it will become 1 by 8 2K plus 1 whole square, and by cross multiplication it will become plus 8 into K plus 1. Okay. So here 1 by 8. So this 2K plus 1 whole square we can change it to A plus B whole square formula. A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. So this will become 2K whole square plus 1 square plus 2 into 2K into 1 plus 8 into K is 8K plus 8 into 1 is 8. So next is 1 by 8 into 2K square will become 4K square plus 2 into 2 4K plus this 1 square will become 1 plus 8K plus 8. Next the equation will become 4K square plus 8K plus 4K is 12K plus 8 plus 1 is 9. So this equation we have to split it into a form, or we can change into a form of A plus B whole square. See here it will become, this 4K square will become 2K whole square. So 2K whole square is nothing but 4K square. This 12K we can split it into the form 2 into 2K into 3 plus this 3 will be in 9 will be in the form of 3 square. Okay. So now this equation has become a form of A square plus 2AB plus B square. Okay. A is 2K and B is 3. So 2 into 2K into 3 is 12K. 4K square is nothing but 2K square and 3 square is nothing but 9. So this whole equation we can return in the form of 1 by 8 into 2K plus 3, that is A plus B whole square. Right? A plus B whole square. So next, in order to prove that P of K plus 1 is also true, we can take it as 2 into K plus 1 plus 1. So 2 into K plus 1 plus 1, it will become 2 into K plus 1 plus 1 will become 2K plus 2 plus 1, it is 2K plus 3. So instead of 2K plus 3, we can take it as 2 into K plus 1 whole square. Okay. So this is equation number 2. So by taking equation number 1 and 2, we can conclude it. We can conclude it as 2 into k plus 1, and here 1 by 2 into k plus 1 plus 1. In the place of k, here k plus 1 is there. Therefore, P of k plus 1 is true whenever P of k is true. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement P of n is true for all natural numbers n. So here you can write 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. up to k. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let us move to the 19th question. It is little bit different pertaining to other problems. So here just a series of numbers are given, natural numbers, that is n, n plus 1, n plus 5, and we have to prove that by the mathematical induction that this series of numbers is a multiple of 3. Okay, so but the way of doing the problem is same as that of the previous problems. That is, first the given statement be P of n. So here P of n is n into n plus 1 into n plus 5. So we considered in the question, they have considered it as, which is a multiple of 3. Okay, next it can be noted that P of n is true for n is equal to 1. We know that is the first step. For n is equal to 1 will be the first step. Therefore, we have to substitute 1 in the place of n. So P of 1 is to 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 5. So this will become 1 into 1 plus 1 is 2, 5 plus 1 is 6. So 6 2s are 12, so which is a multiple of 3. So 12 is a multiple of 3, which is a multiple of 3. So this concludes that this P of n is true for n is equal to 1. Therefore, statement P of n is true for n is equal to 1. Because for n is equal to 1, when we substitute 1 in the place of n, it will gives you 12, which is a multiple of 3. This shows that this is true for n is equal to 1. In the same way, we have to do the second step, that is, let P of k be true for some positive integer k. So that is, so in the place of n, we have to substitute it as k. Just we have to replace it as k. So P of k is to k into k plus 1 into k plus 5. And this should be a multiple of 3. So it's a multiple of 3. So since they are given this series is a multiple of 3, we can write it as k into k plus 1 into k plus 5 is equal to 3m, where, so this m is a natural number. So m belongs to n. So let this be equation number 1. K into k plus 1 into k plus 5 is equal to 3m. This m will be any natural number. If you put 1, then 3 ones are 3 is a multiple of 3. And if you put the 2, 3 2s are 6, again multiple, 3 3s are 9 is a multiple. So 3m. So this shows that this is a multiple of 3 where m is a natural number. Okay. Next we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is also true. Let us continue in the next slide. Let us continue the 19th question. Here I have written the first equation, that is P of k k into k plus 1 k plus 5 is equal to 3m, where m is any natural number, and this shows that it is a multiple of this whole thing is a multiple of 3. Now we have to prove that p of k plus 1 is true for all p of k is true. That is, when p of k is true, p of k plus 1 will also become true. Okay, so in the place of k we have to include k plus 1, that is one more than that. Okay, so first is k plus 1, and second is in the place of k we have to include k plus 1 and again plus 1 here. In the same way, in the place of k we have to include k plus 1 plus 5. Fine. So next, so we have to write it as k plus 1. Here k plus 1 plus 1 will become k plus 2. Here k plus 1 plus 5 will become k plus 6. Next, after writing this, we have to split it once again. Okay, so k plus 6. So k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 6. Here, the first two terms you have to write as it is. K plus 1 and k plus 2. Okay, k plus 1 and k plus 2 you have to write as it is. Here, instead of k plus 6, you have to interchange it as k plus 5 in one place, not k plus 1. So k plus 5 to be arranged in one place and plus 1. So it is also equal to k plus 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. So instead of k plus 6, instead of the 6, we have to split the 6 into 5 plus 1. Okay. In that, k plus 5 should be in one group and 1 should be in another. So later, this will become the multiplication of these two. So we have to multiply k plus 1, k plus 2, first time with the k plus 5 and second time with 1. We have to multiply it. Okay. So it will become k plus 1, k plus 2 into k plus 5. In the second case, it will be multiplied with 1. That is k plus 1 into k plus 2. So k plus 1, k plus 2 into k plus 5 and k plus 1, k plus 2. So later what we have to do is, we have to arrange these things. The first one. Okay. Here k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 5 is arranged as a separate multiplication form, and k plus 1, k plus 2 is arranged in another multiplication form. So we have to keep this k plus 1, k plus 2 as it is, and we have to make some interchange of these things. That is, I will be multiplying this k plus 2 with both of it. Okay. So first I will be arranging it. That is k plus 2 right in the starting point. Next we have to write k plus 1 and k plus 5. Okay. So let this be a group, and plus k plus 1, k plus 2 write as it is. So here what happens, from this k plus 2, both the terms we have to multiply the whole thing. That is, in the first case, k into k plus 1 into k plus 5. So from k you are multiplying both the thing. Again with plus 2. Plus 2 into k plus 1, k plus 5. So k into k plus 1, k plus 5 and plus 2 into k plus 1 and k plus 5. So these two things you have to write as it is. That is k plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay. So next step is, you can see here k into k plus 1, k plus 5. From equation 1, we have substituted k into k plus 1, k plus 5 as 3m, right? So instead of this k into k plus 1, k plus 5, we can take it as 3m. That is 3m plus 2 into k plus 1, k plus 5 plus k plus 1, k plus 2. Okay. So after this, after substituting k into k plus 1, k plus 5 as 3m and splitting it, that is 2 into k plus 1, k plus 5 and k plus 1, k plus 5. Out of these two things, k plus 1 is common. Again, we have to take k plus 1 common here, because k plus 1 is common. So if I take k plus 1 common, the remaining will be 2 into k plus 5 plus, since I have taken k plus 1 as common, k plus 2 we have to write as it is. So we got 3m plus k plus 1 into 2 into k plus 5 plus k plus 2. Next we have to arrange these things. 3m plus k plus 1 we have to write as it is. We have to multiply all those factors which are inside. It will become 2k 2 into k, 2k plus 2 into 5 will be 10 plus k plus 2. Okay, so this will become 3m plus k plus 1 into here this will become 2k plus k will be 3k plus 10 plus 2 is 12. So 3m plus k plus 1 into 3k plus 12. So 3m plus k plus 1. Here 3 is common because 12 is divided by 3. So 3 is common. If I take 3 common, here remaining will be k and 3 4s are 12. Okay. So here we got 3m plus here 3 right here and k plus 1 and k plus 4. Now 3 is common here. If I take 3 common, the remaining will be m plus k plus 1 k plus 4. M plus k plus 1 k plus 4. Let us take it as 3 into q. Okay, since the whole term will become, this whole constant will become q, that is m plus k plus 1 into k plus 4. This whole thing will become q. So we can take 3 into q. Okay, where q is equal to m plus k plus 1 into k plus 4. And this q, so q is some natural number. Q is some natural number. Okay, so this will be any natural number. You can take it as any natural number. If m is a multiple of 3, okay, for example, if m is a multiple of 3, let this can be 3, okay, plus 1 plus let k be 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2 into 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. It is a natural number, right? So whatever number you substitute here, it will turn out to be a natural number itself. So q is a natural number, some natural number. Thus we have to conclude it. Thus p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Whenever p of k is true. And by mathematical induction, okay, by mathematical induction I will be writing it as mi. By mathematical induction we can prove that p of n is true. So p of n is true for all natural numbers. So for all natural numbers. I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the 20th question of this session and the last question. So here, prove the following by using principle of mathematical induction. We have to prove that just like the previous question that we proved divisible by 3, here we have to prove 10 to the power of 2n minus 1 plus 1 is divisible by 11. Okay. So let us take this statement is equal to p of n. So I have written p of n is equal to 10 to the power of 2n plus 1 and this statement is divisible by 11. Okay. As usual, the same case we have to take first for n is equal to 1 itself, that is it can be observed that p of n is true for, so first we have to check whether it is true for n is equal to 1. Okay, so for that we have to take 1 in the place of n. So p of 1, that is 10 to the power of 2 into 1. So n is there, in the place of n we have to put 1. Okay, 10 to the power of, here 10 to the power of 2n minus 1. Okay, wait, 10 to the power of 2n minus 1 is there, here minus 1 is there. Okay, so 10 to the power of 2 into 1 is 2. Okay, and one more thing, minus 1 is there. So 2 minus 1 plus 1. So 10 to the power of 2 minus 1 is 10 to the power of 1 plus 1. And 10 to the power of 1 is nothing but 10 itself, and 10 plus 1 is 11. And this 11 is divisible by 11. We know that 11 is divisible by 11. Then write which is divisible by 11. Since we got after the calculation we got 11 itself, which is a number already divisible by 11. So we can write it as which is true. So this p of n, okay, p of n is true for n is equal to 1. So for first method we have proved that So this statement which is given is divisible by 11. So if it is divisible by 11, when we substitute n is equal to 1, then it is true. Okay. In the same way, we have to prove for the second case, that is, let P of k be true for some positive integer k. Okay, so this will become P of k is equal to 10 to the power of 2. Here in the place of n we have to take k here, so 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1. Okay, 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1, and this should be divisible by 11, is divisible by 11. Okay, so here what we have to take is, therefore this 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1. So since this equation should be divisible by 11, we have to take it as 11m. So this m can be any natural number. Okay, so where m is any natural number, m belongs to any natural number, and let this equation, okay, let this equation be equation number 1. So they have given 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1 is always equal to a multiple of 11, any number which is divisible by 11. So let us take this m as a constant, which is a natural number. Let us continue in the next slide. So let us continue the 20th question. So here I have already written equation 1 one more time. Now we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is also true whenever P of k is true. Okay, for that we have to consider an equation, so that by taking k plus 1 in the place of k, so it will become 10 to the power of 2 into, so in the place of k we have to take k plus 1, and again here a minus 1 is there, we have to include that also, minus 1 plus 1. Okay, next we have to multiply it, so it will become 10 to the power of 2 into k is 2k plus 2 into 1 is 2 minus 1 plus 1, right, as it is. So next step it will become 10 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 1 is plus 1. Okay, and this plus 1 also we have to write as it is. Here we have to make some changes, so that to bring this 11m here. Okay, only if we bring this 11m here, we can prove it as P of k plus 1 is also true for P of k is true. Okay, so that if 11m we have to include in this equation, we have to take 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1 inside this equation. So we have to rearrange it in this way, that is, first we have to take 10 square into 10 to the power of 2k minus 1, and again here plus 1 minus 1 as it is, because we have to take this 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1 here. Okay, if we take plus 1 minus 1, so I will show you how this 2k 10 to the power of 2k plus 1 becomes the whole equation. So 10 square 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. Okay, plus 1 minus 1 just gets cancelled, there will be nothing. So here 10 to the power of, here into is there. We know that a to the power of m into a to the power of n will become a to the power of m plus n. So here if we consider 10 as a, then a to the power of m into a to the power of n will become a to the power of m plus n. Okay, so this will be 10 to the power of 2k as it is, plus 2, and minus 1 will be plus 1. So 10 to the power of 2k plus 1 is also equal to 10 to the power of 2 into 10 to the power of 2k minus 1. This plus 1 minus 1 we have just included to show that 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 11m. Okay, in that place we have to include it. So now I'll be rearranging it one part. So here plus 1 is also there, we have to include plus 1 also. Here 10 to the power of 2 into 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 and plus 1, I'll be arranging it here, and minus 1 just I am taking outside. Okay, so next plus 1. So next we can multiply it in the form, that is this minus 1 into we can take, or else we can directly multiply it. So here up to here I will be multiplying 10 to the power of 2 with it. So up to here, and minus 1 also we can separately multiply, because the whole thing is a multiplication form. So 10 to the power of 2 into 10 to the power of 2k plus 1 minus 10 to the power of 2 into minus 1 will be 10 to the power of 2. and plus 1 we have to write as it is. Okay, so here 10 to the power of 2 is nothing but 100. So 10 square is 100 into, so here 10 to the power of 2k minus 1 plus 1. 10 to the power of 2k plus 1 is equal to 11m as per equation 1. So it will become 11m minus 10 square is 100 plus 1. So this will become 100 into 11m minus 100 plus 1 is minus 99. Okay, so now 10 to the 100 into 11m minus 99. Here in both the case 11 is common because 99 is also divisible by 11. If I take 11 common, here 100m minus 11 9s are 99. So this will be remaining. So this 100m minus 9 we can take it as 11 into r. Okay, so this r can be any constant which is equal to 100m minus 9, and we can take it as some natural number. So r is equal to 100m minus 9 is some natural number. Is some natural number. Therefore 10 to the power of 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 is divisible by 11. Okay, so divisible by 11. Thus p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. So let us conclude it. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement p of n is true for all natural numbers, that is n. So I hope you understood this. This is the last question of this session. So 20th question was the last question of this session. If you have any doubts, queries or suggestions on my videos, kindly comment me on the comment section. Thank you. Thanks for your support.